Welcome back. You're still watching the Afia Morning Show live from Enugu, Nigeria. I'm Nathalie Uku, and thank God it's Friday once again. Lots of relief here, even though it's quite a big day, as we're seeing the formal inauguration of the APC Caretaker Committee happening today in Abuja this Friday. So we're going to see what the fallout of that is going to be. As a grapevine, as Oji has been saying, the grapevine. When I say grapevine, I think of wine. Somehow, red wine.
Well, that's what comes to mind, like the grapes and some of all those
the vineyard and the grapes. Yes.
No, that is
some good red wine.
Nice ones.
Is it too early to talk about wine?
Nope.
We've been talking about wine.
Nope.
Why am I talking about wine?
Nope. It's not too early to. You can even have one glass of it.
That's zoology. Everything is a political statement. Where's the wine? Not even.
It's around actually. Should we get it?
Ordinary coffee.
Can you help me get the wine?
There's nothing. Absolutely nothing. Once the camera goes up, they'll seal it back and collect it.
Okay. Nothing.
We begin around the region now in Abakaliki, Ebonyi State. A coalition of young activists under the banner of Concerned Youth in Ebonyi on Thursday staged a peaceful protest in Abakaliki demanding a public apology from Arise TV and its anchor, Mr. Rufai Oseni, over what they described as an insulting interview with the Minister of Works, David Umahi. They accused the journalist of trying to embarrass and undermine Umahi, a former governor of Ebonyi State, who now oversees key federal infrastructure projects. Afia TV correspondent Chijioke Njoku now reports.
The protest followed a heated exchange between Senator Umahi and Mr. Oseni during a Rise TV interview. The minister reportedly asked to be allowed to speak, but Osani's sharp response draws criticism from viewers. Protesters marched through the major street of Abakaliki with placards accusing Oseni of disrespecting the minister. Some of the placards read, Senator Umahi is a competent and trusted in civil engineering. Arise TV and Rufai Oseni must apologize now, and ABC and BOM must act against media misconduct. The group leader Damian Ono expressed disappointment over Umahi's treatment on live television, saying Osani's misconduct was not only disrespectful but also amounted to media ambush.
That young man, Rufai Oseni, had the effrontery in his nerve, the stimulating force, the guts to ask David Umahi to keep quiet. Who gave him told him to keep quiet in the face of the whole world? As if that was not enough, he accused him of reporting him to Mr. President. Who is Rufai, for God's sake? For them, with all the time he's spending from state to state, from local government to local government, all the nooks and crannies of this nation, making sure that those are done according to stipulation. So he will have time to go and be discussing small Rufai with Mr. President. As if that was not enough. Let me understand that. We are gathered here to make a demand. A demand, firstly, that Rufai Oseni of Arise Television and Arise Television, as an organization, they are given 24 hours to tender non-reserve apology to our God-given leader. He is the father of the governor of Ebonyi State. Failure to do that, we will step up our demonstration.
Meanwhile, Comrade Sunday Agbo, a former coordinator of Afia Development Center in the Haku local government area of Ebonyi State, said people like Rufai Oseni cannot tarnish the image of a man who has contributed so much to Nigeria's progress.
So bad, but I don't feel bad because Umahi's records are everywhere. Umahi has a lot of records that should speak for him. What Oseni is doing is just a figment of his imagination. If he knows Umahi very well, he should have hid his head in shame. Umahi is a proud son of Ebonyi State, a proud son of Ugo, a proud son of the Southeast, a proud son of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And Umahi is at the center of the Tinubu administration, driving the renewed hope agenda. Oseni has misfired. And I'm telling you that, like we just said now, he has 24 hours to present and make an unreserved apology. Or else we are going to lead a 1 million march protest against his action. Just like our pastor said, Pastor Damian said, we are calling on NBC and other relevant agencies to sanction Arise Television and sanction this man who has allowed himself to be used by the detractors of this nation.
The group also petitions the Nigeria Broadcasting Commission, NBC, and Broadcasting Organization of Nigeria, BON, and the Federal Minister of Information urging them to sanction the station and journalists for breaching the professional ethics. In Abakaliki, Chijioke Njoku reporting for Afia TV.
Now, thank you, Chijioke Njoku, for that story. The youths are demanding an apology from both Arise TV and its anchor for what they described as insulting treatment during an interview with the Minister of Works, David Umahi. Now, the grapevine says, I don't think that's going to happen.
Man, like, what did I just watch and listen to? That's very disgusting. Very, very disgusting. Like, the height of nonsense. What's that? I'm ashamed to call myself as brothers to those people, Igbo person, but because that's not the way we behave. What's that? For real? Please, we're not associated with such, by the way. Nobody is calling for anything. They could be doing it for themselves, by the way, right? It's a conversation they're having. A journalist is asking the right questions. It only takes the individual there to provide answers. There's no need being so hard on questions
the thing
being
is,
asked
I feel like as a government official, because transparency is a major concern, and apparently it's not just a concern for media persons, it's also a concern for people like the Deputy Speaker, Benjamin Kalu, as he's raising concerns about figures, even in Abia State,
the right thing to do,
saying that not enough is being done about with the money being given to Abia State. So if it's a concern for politicians, why is it so wrong for a media person to ask
the questions? Right?
Give us the figures. How much was spent per kilometer as that interview went? So I think it's quite strange that that's happening. I don't know what the outcome of it is going to be. But when you come for an interview as a public official, you should come well informed about what it took, especially when you've seen how previous interviews have gone around costs and costing, because in the end, it is taxpayers' money indeed. So we'll see how Arise TV and of course his anchor would respond to that. And as we know, radio silence is also a response. The Morning Show returns in seconds. When we do come back, we'll be talking about the humiliating incident on a recent Ibom Air flight from Uyo to Abuja, when a passenger was said to have been caught stealing 290,000 naira from a foreign passenger. And indeed, there was a long walk of shame to the handlers when they had to apprehend him and take him in for questioning. All allegations for the yet to be identified passenger. The Monitor returns to analysis in just seconds. Stay tuned.